everybody, and welcome back to our newest adventure in Reading with Grandma. Remember, every time you open a book, you go on a trip. You go on a wonderful adventure. It doesn't matter what kind of book it is, it'll take you to all different places, real or not real, just for you to enjoy. And you can get so far in life if you know how to read. So follow along with this book. This is for boys, but it can be for girls as well. If you like this kind of book, it's quite all right. This is probably for a grade 1 to 3 level. It's very easy reading. Now there's 8 chapters, so today we'll read 2 or 3 of the chapters, and if everybody likes it and they make a comment in the section below, I will be sure to finish the book at another day. So sit back, put a nice comfy blanket on, have a nice cup of hot chocolate, and enjoy the book. Boy vs. Beast, Battle of the Borders. This is by Mac Park. Now in these books they have what's called a prologue. This just tells you a little bit about what's happening in the book. You don't always have to read the prologue, but for today's book I'm going to read it with you. I'm going to share it with you. Long ago, beast and man shared one world. Then battles began between them. After many battles, the world was split into 2. Beasts were given bestium, men were given earth. A border wall was made. It closed the 2 worlds off. And here is a map showing all the bestiums and earth right in the middle. Border guards were trained to defend the border wall. The beasts tried to get through the border wall many times. The border guards had to stop them. Battles won by beasts made them stronger. Battles won by guards earned them new battle gear. And they got new upgrades. Then their battle could do more. 5 boys now defend the border wall. They are training to become border masters, just like their dads. Their dads were also once border guards. Then they became border captains and border knights. They kept learning until they became border masters. Now they make up the Borderia Master Command, the BMC. The BMC helped the border guards during battle. They gave the border guards new battle gear. The boys had to earn new battle gear. They needed to learn from their battles and from their mistakes. Kai Masters is a border guard. His work is top secret. The BMC watch Kai closely. Kai must not fail. The Bestium Borderlands. The beasts of Bestium live in 4 lands. There was a fire land, there was a rock land, and a water land. And there was an air land. But over time, the edges of the lands mixed. That was how the borderlands were made. The edges of fire and rock mixed. That made volcano land. The edges of rock and water mixed. That made mud borderland. The edges of water and wind mixed. That made an ice borderland. The edges of wind and fire mixed. That made a storm borderland. But it was not just the edges of the worlds that mixed. The beasts from each of the worlds mixed too. And then a new kind of beast was made, the borderland beast. Kai Masters must think about his old battles. He must learn from them. If he does not, then he will fail. Kai must not learn. So now we're going to start with chapter 1. It was Sunday morning. Kai Masters was at the dog park. He was playing with his dog. But Kai's dog was not just any dog. It was a dogbot. And Kai was not just any 12-year-old kid. He was a border guard. Can you imagine being only 12 years old and having to guard your city over monsters? That would be pretty scary. It was Kai's job to guard the border wall. He had to stop beasts from breaking through it. Kai had to keep his beasts in their own lands. His dog, BC3, helped him. His dog has supersonic hearing, a storage hatch, a laser light tail, retractable fur, legs the speed of 300 miles per hour, and a human chat button. BC could move fast, and he could talk, but only when Kai turned on his chat button. BC loved going to the dog park. When he went there, he wore his fake fur. It made him look just like all the other dogs. No one could tell he was a dog bot. Kai threw the ball for BC. BC ran after it. BC picked up the ball, and then he heard splat. Mud splats were hitting the ground. Splat, splotch. Strange, thought BC. He ran back to Kai. Where's the ball? Asked Kai. BC barked. Then he ran off again. He wants me to go with him, thought Kai. He was about to go after BC when he heard splat. Mud had fallen onto a boy's head. Where did that come from? Thought Kai. Splat, splat, squelch. Suddenly there was mud falling down on everyone. Nearly everyone had mud in their hair. They ran for cover. Kai looked up. The mud was falling from the sky. But how? Thought Kai. BC came back with the ball. He had mud in his fake fur. Yuck, said Kai. Then he saw BC's tail. It was wagging. BC always wagged his tail when things weren't good. You're right, BC, said Kai. This has to be coming from a beast. Kai took out his Orbix. The BC gave one to all their border guards. It was a small computer. The BMC used them to talk with their guards. Sometimes Kai used his orb to store things he wanted to learn about. And Kai wanted to learn about this mud. Kai keyed in, get sample. A metal hand shot out from the orb. And there's what his little handheld computer looks like. It grabbed the mud on BC's fur. Then it went back inside the orb. Kai turned BC's chat button on. We need to test this mud, said Kai. Yes, said BC, in the lab at home. Chapter 2. Kai lived in a lighthouse. There were rooms above the ground, and there were rooms underground. The rooms under the ground were secret border guard rooms. It was there that Kai learned about the beasts and about bestium. And this is a picture of his home, his lighthouse, with all the different floors. His bedroom, BC's bedroom, a secret slide, the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, all the workings. Kai and BC went into the kitchen pantry. Kai felt under the bottom shelf. He found a button and pressed it. The back wall of the pantry began to move. Behind the wall was a ladder. Kai and BC went down the ladder into the lab. The lab was filled with computers and tools. Kai put the mud into the sample tester. The computer screen flashed. Testing data coming. The waterland and the rockland, said Kai. Then the screen flashed once more. Sludgia, said Kai. The computer showed it. Sludgia and muddy. The borderland between the rock and waterlands. That's a very muddy land. Kai hit the Sludgia button. A card popped up on the screen. The beast looks angry, said Kai. Come on, BC. It's time for us to go and get dirty. And there's what the computer come up with. Mud Minosaur. 1 star for strength, 1 star for attack power, and 1 star for speed. So now, boys and girls, we will finish our story another day. Please leave a comment if you like this story, if you want to hear more. And I will definitely finish the book. I'll probably finish it anyway, but just leave a comment if those of you that like it. This is a series of books that are out. There's a bunch of different ones, that Boy vs. Beast and different ones. So enjoy the book, enjoy the story, and I will be seeing you soon. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell. Have a good day now. Bye.